Shalom, and welcome to Alumot Krav. I'm Roni Raffeld-Bluth. My husband Pitzi and I have 4 children. I created this podcast after my husband was severely wounded in combat on the Lebanon border. He was shot in the face and miraculously survived. During the long months of rehabilitation, I realized something I had never understood. Behind every wounded soldier, there's an entire home learning how to breathe again. Alumot Krav is where I sit with women like me, wives of the wounded since October 7th. We speak about the visible injuries and also the invisible ones, about holding a family together, about strength that no one trains you for. This episode is recorded in English because these stories belong not only to Israel, but to the wider Jewish world. Many Jewish communities abroad feel deeply connected to what is happening here, and I believe connection grows through human stories. This journey is supported by Natal, a nonprofit organization providing emotional support to victims of trauma due to war and terror. Natal understood that these women's voices must be heard. And today, I'm honored to sit here with Zee. Before we speak about the war, I would like to hear more about you.
Okay. I'm Zee. I'm 24 years old. I'm married to Amit. We have a beautiful baby girl. She's like 15 months already, so she's not so much a baby. I'm currently studying nutrition. It's cool to be a nutritionist. And I work as a math tutor. And I run my own business for hair coverings.
Very pretty.
Thank you. For religious women. Yeah, that's basically like me, what I do. I'm very into health. I do a lot of yoga.
Okay, your hands are full.
Yeah, very busy.
Yeah.
But good busy. Good busy.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So tell me more about your life here. You have a special story.
Yeah.
So take us there.
I made Aliyah when I was 15 years old with my family.
From here?
Yeah, from New York. I grew up there, born and raised. With my 3 siblings and my parents, we made Aliyah together. I was in 10th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Tell me more about that. Coming here to Israel.
It was hard, but good hard. Like, thank God I had a really good support group, like, of friends. Like, I came and they were just, like, this group of girls that, like, took me and, like...
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're still my best friends to this day. So, yeah, that was amazing. School was definitely really a challenge. Like, going to school and, like, not understanding anything anyone was talking around me. And like also in America, I was very like outgoing and involved a lot in school. And then I came here and like, you just have to be like more quiet and like less involved.
Okay.
Because you can't communicate. So like I would try, but like it was very hard. So yeah, I was in high school here. It was overall a really positive experience though, even though it was very hard with the transition and everything. I went to Midrasha, which is like seminary up north in Natziv.
Me too.
No way, really?
Did we speak about it before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
That's
cool.
So best place ever. Yeah, I had the best experience.
Okay.
And because there was like a lot of Israelis there, so from that, like my Hebrew got really, really good. And I was able to like integrate really well into like Israeli culture there. And then a year later, I was in Shirut Leumi, in national service, as a medic in Tel Aviv, in Mada. For a year. Yeah, so I lived in Tel Aviv, and I did that for a year.
Do you have any background before doing that?
No. Okay. I did a course like in the summer. And
Very nice.
Yeah. So that was my national service. And yeah, I went to school, did a few other things in between. Now I'm here. Yeah.
So tell us about Amit.
Okay, so I met Amit at the bus stop in 10th grade. At school.
In
Outside
Israel.
of school.
Right? In Israel.
Yeah, in Israel.
So explain why this is so weird.
So Amit made Aliyah a year before me. His parents are Israeli, but they lived in New York. Sorry.
That's good.
Okay. They lived in New York. And he made Aliyah a year before me to the same place. And we met at the bus stop outside of school.
So funny.
And then we figured out that we lived like a few blocks away from each other in America, but we only met here. And like we have all the same mutual friends. It's
Wait,
crazy.
tell me more about that moment.
I kind of like
you met
knew
each
his
other
name.
in the bus station, so you just started speaking. Like he approached. What happened?
Yeah,
there?
we kind of had like a mutual friend. So
Okay.
then I was like, oh, you know this person. He's like, yeah. And then like we're like, oh, we're from the same place. And it was just
So
like,
funny.
yeah, it's funny. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And we were like kind of in the same friend group, so we were always friends. And then we started to date in 12th grade, like high school sweethearts.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So we've been together ever since, 6 years now.
Amazing.
6 years,
Okay.
yeah. It's a long time.
Foot. Yeah.
Yeah, so we been together for 6 years. Yeah.
So I'm asking these questions intentionally because understanding more about you two helps me understand more what changed. So let's talk about October 7th.
Okay. So wait, maybe I'll just talk about like before a little.
Perfect.
So Amit was also in like a mechina, like a pre-army program for a year when I was in madrasha. And then he drafted into the army. He's very like, he always knew he was going to go into combat. Like it's part of his personality. It was his dream to be the best and be a combat soldier and fight for our country. Like all his siblings made Aliyah before on their own. And like, it was really part of his family to do that. So it was really important for him to like serve our country. So since the day I met him, he always was, it was part of him. Like that he was going, that's what he's doing. So
did you have any fear thinking about it, or?
I always supported him, and it's also part of reason like why I fell in love with him. Like it's part of his personality. Because you know he's like he's very like motivated and tough and like, but in a really good way.
Very Tzioni.
Yeah, very very Zionist. So he drafted into the army, and
Which
he was
brigade?
in training for Integos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Another
part of the-
mutual thing that we
Yeah,
have,
your
right?
husband's
And then
also
it's even
in
goes, yeah. Cool. Okay.
So yeah, he was in training for like a year and like a bit, I think it was. And like we were waiting for his training to finish. Right after he finished his training, he finished training in July
July what?
2023. We got married in August 2023, the end of August.
Wow.
We went to Italy like right after our wedding because he had 10 days off the army. So this whole time before, he was always busy. Like we were always anyways used to like that army life. He was in training. He was there, you know. He wasn't really home.
And I have to say, it's not the same as being married to an officer. It's like being in Hebrew we say chapash. It's like a chayal pashut, a very low-ranked soldier.
Right.
And it's hard.
Yeah, like he was gone for like 3 weeks at a time a
Exactly.
lot. He was there a lot. So that was just also a big part of our relationship, like that coming home and being together and like taking every minute together and then
And also missing him a lot.
Right, missing him a lot. So after we got married in the end of August, and then a month later the war broke out. It was October 7th. So actually the week before he was supposed to come home, but he stayed in the army because he was doing missions already before because there was a lot of tension anyway.
Okay.
So he was in the army a lot before. So we were kind of already in that mode of him not being home and also not like knowing what's going on so much. And then he got out just right before the second day Sukkot, Simchat Torah.
Okay.
So he came home after a long time. He wasn't home for any of the Chagim before. He came home and we woke up in the morning. And,
October 7th?
Yeah, and I remember my phone rang. This is like the first time I'm speaking about this.
Tell me more about it because you said something before.
Yeah.
About you sharing the story for the first
I
time.
don't really talk about October 7th because it was definitely a very traumatic day. But yeah, I don't, so here and there I've spoken about it, but not so much in depth. So it's kind of the first time.
Great.
Yeah. But we woke up, it was like, I don't remember what time it was, probably like 7:30 or something. And my phone had like 40 missed calls. Amit's phone was dead. It was Chag, so we weren't on our
Which
phones
is also not very common because you're religious and like the phone ringing is not something.
Yeah. We
we're
thought it
used
was an
to.
alarm in the beginning.
Okay. No alarms, right? You didn't have any alarms.
No.
Okay.
We thought like maybe we had an alarm on by accident. Oh,
Okay.
sirens?
Yeah, sirens.
Yeah, there was no sirens
No
yet.
sirens. Okay.
Yeah. And we woke up and there was like 40 missed calls on my phone from every single one of Amit's friends. So then we like we started putting things together and they were like, come as fast as you can. In like 20 minutes, he was gone.
Take me to those 20 minutes when you say goodbye.
Yeah, we went to my parents' house. They lived down the street. And then I just remember saying bye to him. And there was already a siren maybe. And so it was getting like really dramatic. And I remember kind of like not really understanding the situation. Like
Not understanding, not like hoping.
But I remember saying bye to him and thought like, okay, maybe like this is like real and hopefully he'll come home soon. But like, I don't know. Like I just didn't know. I wasn't really sure.
I think all of us didn't really realize.
I wasn't really sure like what was happening. So the beginning of the war was very, very hard for everyone in the country.
Of course. But like I always say that each one of us can sit on a chair and describe exactly how October 7 was for him.
Right.
Well, now today it's your turn, like to share your story. So take me to the day of what happened until Amit was injured.
Right. Okay. So he was in Kisufim the first few days of the war. He was in Kisufim for the first few days. We weren't really speaking, like one here or there, but I didn't really I didn't know where he was at most times or what was happening.
Were you concerned? Or?
Yeah, like scared out of my mind.
Then okay.
I was trying to do as much as I could. So me and my friends would like cook for the soldiers and send things and drive places and drop things off. Like I was just trying to. My friends were active, amazing. Yeah. They slept over at my house every night. Like they were really amazing. Wow. I had a really good support system, thank God. But
also talk about it because how important it is to have a support system.
Mamash. But at the same time, we were going to funerals in future. Unfortunately, some people we know that we were friends with were killed.
Yeah,
and there was just a lot of like unknown. Like nobody understood. Like it was just such a big event that it was so hard to take in at the time.
Yeah.
So we were just living like second by second, like getting up in the morning, okay, doing this, cooking for soldiers, going to a funeral, paying a shiva call, going to sleep, trying to like hear from Amit as much as I could. So he was in Kisufim for the first few days, and then they went up north. They did some stuff up north, and then eventually, I think it was a few weeks later. I don't really remember exactly when they went down south. Back to went into the first knisa when they went into the first entrance to Aza.
Yeah.
So they went in for a short amount of time, and
did he call you before to tell you?
So from when he went to Aza, I think he was home like once.
Wow.
So he was not home a lot.
We're talking about months.
I think we counted from the time the war started to when he was injured in March. He was only home for like 4 Shabbats. Like something crazy. Yeah. He was not he was there a lot. And also because he was he wasn't in Miluim. Like he couldn't come home whenever he wanted.
You remember we spoke before about how it's difficult to talk about an Israeli story, right? With Israeli Hebrew expressions or terms, and suddenly you have to say it in English, and you're like, wait, how do you say that?
Right.
So his mandatory service.
Yeah, mandatory service.
Cool. Okay. Exactly.
So he was not home a lot. But I kind of got used to it in a way. I was keeping myself really busy.
And you have to keep in mind that it's the first year of your marriage.
Yeah. He wasn't home. We haven't lived together. Our house was new. I also kind of avoided making the house nice because I wanted to wait for him.
You wanted to wait with him. Okay.
Yeah, but I tried keeping myself busy. I found a lot of outlets. That's when I started doing yoga.
Okay.
There was amazing women in the community who hosted free yoga classes for wives of soldiers.
Let's talk about that. The support system and the amazing initiatives.
Incredible.
Wow.
Unbelievable support. Right. I had something to go to every night if I wanted to. For distraction, support groups with army wives, Zoom calls with psychologists teaching us how to cope with all of this.
I'm happy that you did it, because some women felt like they're not emotionally available to do these things.
Yeah.
And
it's really important.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it's really important. Then it felt really, really important to me. Now I probably should use them also, but then it was really...
Yeah.
And I felt also I had people that understood me when I would go to those things, especially the yoga, to be with all these army wives that were going through the same things. We were all living at our parents' houses for 2 months, which is not easy also. Going to live back with your siblings. And, that was incredible. And I did find some things, also I was telling Amit, it's funny because the 2 things that I love the most is making sourdough and doing yoga. And both of those things came only because was how I coped then. That's what I started doing to cope.
Okay.
And I still have that as my coping mechanism. So
amazing.
You learn things when you're under.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So take us to March 2024.
Okay. So Amit was in and out of Aza. For a while, he would come home for a night, go back and be there for 2-3 weeks, come home. I barely saw him at this point. We were trying to I would drive down to go see him Sorry. And then, so in the beginning of February, the end of January,
Okay.
they were supposed to go in on a small mission. They told us it was going to be like 4 days, and it ended up being 60 days. He was in Gaza. He didn't come out for 60 days.
Who speaks with you while he's there?
Someone from the army. There's
someone-
a group chat, and like
Yeah.
every day they would send like they're okay. That's
Yeah.
all. That's everything. But
Do you remember yourself like waiting to receive this message every
I
minute?
would check my phone every second. The news every second. It was someone healthy, but like it was the only thing. I would just check for that.
Like
okay.
crumbs of hope, right?
Yeah, yeah. And like someone would text in the morning, like why didn't they text? And then everyone would start freaking out. Like why?
Exactly.
It's something unimaginable. Like it's unimaginable.
When you look back at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I think back, I'm like, that's crazy that was my life. But
Exactly.
yeah, so he was there for 60 days. He didn't have a phone for most of it. So we would write letters. Like we have war letters. I would just try to write letters to him. And at the same time, I actually got a diagnosis on my health for something that was related to like infertility. And it was very scary and dramatic. And I didn't tell him because I didn't want him to be stressed like while he was there. So I kept it to myself
Wow.
for 60 days. So that
Wow.
was really, really tough. I try to keep busy, but you know.
Of course.
So then after those 60 days, really long 60 days, he came home.
How was he like when he came home?
I don't think that there's a way to cope with what happened. So we just tried just being with each other. Like he was only home for like 3 days, 4 days.
And he has a lot of stories, everything he wants to share.
Right.
But you also have an enormous thing to tell him.
Right. A big part of the struggle is like him coming home and not putting all of my stress and like sadness and loneliness on him because he has to go back and he has to do his job and he can't do that when he has a wife that is like crying at home.
You feel like you have to be his armor, sort of?
Like you need to be brave, put on a face. Like obviously like it's not ideal and also it's impossible. So you have to do as much as you can.
Wow.
But yeah, you know, it's.
No, I know how it is.
Yeah.
But it's difficult.
Tough. Yeah. So March. Okay. So Purim was on Sunday. We thought maybe he would be home for Purim because he didn't go back into Gaza yet. And sometimes they like delayed it and they let them come home for a night. But then he didn't come home and it was really, really tough. It was a really tough Purim and it was really tough.
Also nationally, I think it was the first Purim.
Yeah, it was really
after
tough.
the war started. I remember people there was like people tried to understand, should we dress up? Shouldn't we? Like, how are we supposed to celebrate like the happiest Chag when everything is so sad?
Yeah, for sure.
Mamash.
It was really heavy.
Yeah.
But you had to like try, but I felt really lonely. Like I was like, I like couldn't take it anymore. Like it was too much. So Purim was on a Sunday. Amit went into Gaza, I think on Monday night. And then on Thursday night, okay, so I'll just tell you, so it's so funny. Thursday morning, so I was tutoring at this point a lot, like every day, just trying to keep myself busy, distract myself.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. So that's just what I was doing. And I remember like in between each tutoring session, I would go and eat like a ton of chocolate. And I'm like, why am I eating so much chocolate? Like I never do that.
Okay.
And I ate like 2 chocolate bars. And I was like, something's off. Like something's off. So I took a pregnancy test.
Yeah, you thought maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I ate a lot of chocolate, so let me take a pregnancy test because that's the only thing that would make sense at this point.
Okay.
So I think it was like 8:30, 9:30. I don't remember exactly the time. I took a pregnancy test and I was home alone.
Okay.
It came up positive.
Wow.
And I just sat on the floor. I was sitting on the floor like this.
Why?
Staring at the test, 30 minutes. I remember I think it was 8:30 and I remember looking at the clock and it was already 9 and I was just like this.
What were you thinking?
In shock.
Like, what
No,
were the
I was in
thoughts?
shock. I was like shock.
Because
Everything all my health issues, like the doctor said like it would be really hard and like, so first I was like, wait, this is kind of a miracle. And it was just so unexpected and I was alone. And then I remember thinking like, wait, I need to do this now alone, pregnant, have a baby, like while he's doing all this, like during a war.
instead
like,
of being like so excited about it and like going sharing this amazing news with Amit, you sitting on the floor and you're
I couldn't even tell him.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't call him.
like the person you want to share the amazing story news is not there.
And then I was like, should I tell my mom? Should I tell like my friend? And like I remember texting my friend and she was busy. And then I was like, okay, but actually never mind. I'm not gonna tell her. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
And like I was just in complete shock. And like bimazal, like so lucky. Amit had a phone in Gaza, like a little flip phone, like a Nokia. And I had it in my phone, Amit in Gaza, the contact. And I remember sitting on the floor being like this. And then I see my phone and it said Amit in Gaza with like the special ringtone so I would know it's him. And I was like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe he's calling me right now.
Another miracle.
Yeah. Like, I was like in shock. And then like, I didn't even know like what to say. Like,
why?
Like, I don't know. Like, he's in war. Like, he was in Khan Yunis most of the time. And like, he called me and he was so tired and like, he's so busy.
And you're like sitting there with a huge smile on your face.
I wasn't like, I kind of was scared. Like I wasn't smiling yet because I couldn't labed. I couldn't process like the situation. Like I was just in such shock. And I didn't want to shock him so much, but I told him.
It's amazing how so many thoughts in a short time.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like thinking about it's like crazy. So I told him. And then he was kind of freaking out. And then I was calming him down. And then I was freaking out. Oh, originally when I told him, he calmed me down first. Like, that's him. Like, he's always so calm, like, in these situations. Like, he's so good about that. He was just like, it's okay. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, we're going to figure out, like, everything's going to be okay. Like,
what was your biggest fear?
That I was going to be alone and that something would happen to him and I would be, like, left alone. Wow. I think, yeah, from the beginning.
What an unbearable, like, feeling, thought.
It's scary. Okay. So I was just like, we were both in shock, like calming each other down, but it was a short phone call. It was like.
And then what?
10 minutes.
What happens then?
And then we're like, okay, we're gonna like go to sleep and like hopefully he'll be able to call me in the morning.
Okay.
And we're like, we'll sleep on it. Like it's fine. Like we'll talk about it in the morning. We'll talk about it when you come home next time. Like it's fine. So and it comes next morning. So I was supposed to, I like would play tennis with my dad like a few times a week. So he was going to pick me up to play tennis.
Very active, I must say, Zee.
Yeah.
Like, wow, okay.
Yeah, we like that stuff.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So I got dressed and then I get a call on my phone from a random number. And like, it wasn't weird because Amit always called me from random numbers.
Okay.
Like he would call me like from someone's phone when they had good connection on a phone, he would call me. So like, it wasn't weird. I was like, oh my God, like he's calling me, like we're gonna talk about it. Like maybe he's coming home for Shabbat because it was Friday. So I was like, maybe he's coming home for Shabbat. And then he calls and he's like, hi. I'm like, hi. And I didn't think anything. I was like, how are you?
You didn't have that maybe the thought that something.
No, because I heard his voice.
Okay.
I heard his voice, so I was like, he's fine. Like he's like normal. Mm-hmm. I guess that became our normal.
Of course.
So then he was like, I'm okay. That's what he said. And then he said, something happened and he just got a little bit of shrapnel in his legs and he's fine. But just come to the hospital because he just like needs me there. And I was like, okay. Like,
you felt like
he's fine.
He's fine. He said he's fine, so he's fine.
Like he's fine. And then that was it. And then he's like, come. And then like the mashakit, someone from the army, she took the phone and then she was like, yeah, just come.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Sababa, like I'll come. That's fine. Like he's gonna be home for Shabbat. It's great.
Okay. You thought about the good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember like it's also crazy that I did this. And when I'm thinking about it now, I have like this huge bag and I packed like in 5 minutes everything in the bag. Like 2 outfits for me. I don't even know what.
It's like a survival mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I put like tons of snacks, like water, and at the same time, it's just funny. Like now that I'm thinking about it, my mom, like she's amazing and. The best thing she did was while Amit was in Gaza, she got me a cleaning lady as a gift, just so I don't have to worry about cleaning my house. Which is, if anyone wants to get a gift for a Miluim wife, it's the best gift you could ever get, a cleaning lady.
That's nice. Write it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mamash. So I had a cleaning lady in my house, and I told her.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I like was leaving her in my house. Like,
wow.
So I was like, okay, listen, like I'm going to the hospital, like I need to go, but like I don't know, like I'll pay you later. Like just lock the door.
Amazing how you thought about these things while your husband is in the hospital after he was
because I thought
injured.
he was fine.
Okay.
So then I'm driving. I think I got like 2 blocks and I get another phone call.
You drove?
Yeah, I drove.
Okay.
So he was like, go with my dad. And I was like, no, I'm not waiting for anyone. I'm leaving right now. Okay. Like I knew that if I went with anyone else, it would take longer. So I was like, I'm driving, I'm going. Belinson. So it's around like 35 minutes with no traffic. So it was Friday, so there was no traffic. Thank God. We were...
Nice of him to get injured on Friday. Much easier.
Exactly. Convenient.
Yeah.
So I was like 2 blocks. I drove 2 blocks. Like I was 2 blocks away from home still. And then I get another call.
Okay.
And this time it was someone from the army. And she's like, hi, like, when are you coming? And I'm like, I'm on my way. Like, I'll be there in like 20 something minutes. She's like, hey, get here as soon as possible. And I was like, okay. And every like 10 minutes, someone kept calling me.
Wow.
And I knew like something was wrong. And I drove really fast.
Your heartbeat.
Really,
probably,
I
like,
drove really fast.
Okay.
Like I got there in like 26 minutes, I think.
Wow.
And
You remember what you thought?
yeah,
while driving?
I remember exactly where I was in Petah Tikva. And I remember thinking like, okay, like I need to be prepared if he's dead. Like I remember thinking
Wow.
like he could be dead and I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if he's okay. I don't know if he's alive.
Like everything shifted.
Yeah. Like then I was really I was really scared, like out of my mind.
Did you call anyone?
No. Oh, I called my dad because I said I'm not coming to tennis. So I was like, Amit's fine. He's in the hospital. I lied to everyone. I told them like he's fine. I always like in these times like I wasn't able to say it because then I would like have to like believe it and I didn't know. I didn't know what was happening. So I was like, I'm just gonna tell everyone he's fine for now.
Okay, you kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
He called his parents too, so they knew. So they were they're on their way too, and all his family. So I remember getting to the hospital. The social worker was waiting at the door because I was in my national service in Mada,
Okay.
in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
I know Beilinson really well, and I was there every day in the
Wow.
ER in the Miyun, so I knew it really well. So the social worker was there, and then I recognized one of the moms from Amit's like Tsevet from his team in the army. And then I was confused. I was like, "What is she doing here? Like Amit's injured. Like why is she here?"
You didn't think maybe it was something
No, like
bigger.
in the beginning. I was
Okay.
like, he's injured. And then the social worker took us first to his friend. So we saw him and he was totally fine. Like, and so
Why
I
did
was
why did she take you to his
Because he was right there, like in the ER. Amit wasn't in the ER.
Okay.
And she's like, Amit's in a CT. So I was like, oh, the CT's right here. And she's like, no, it's in a different building. And I knew where it was.
Why did you think why she said those things? Like
What?
why is she trying to bring you first to his friend and then like not get
No, because I was
okay.
like, the friend's right here in the ER. And like, he's fine. Like he was like happy on drugs, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Like he was injured, but he looked fine.
Okay.
So, and he was talking and awake. So I was like, oh, he's fine. So Amit's fine.
Probably me too. Okay.
So then we were like running like 10 minutes trying to find the CT, even though I was like, the CT's there. I kept telling her, but she's like, no, it's in a different building. And then we get to a CT in a different building. And then I see more parents from the Tzeve.
Okay.
And I was really confused. I was like, there's another one here. And like, I remember them being like, he's in the CT. And his parents were like really scared. And I was like, wait, this is like more serious than I thought.
Do you remember
like, something
the
happened.
people's faces, their expressions?
They were crying and like scared, like really scared. And like I was trying to be really positive. Also, I guess because I was a medic, like I was used to this atmosphere, like this environment of like emergency people. Like,
Yeah.
So, so then she's like, oh, he's in the other CT because she got confused. So we went all the way back. So but at this point, it was like 15 minutes of trying to find him. And then I remember seeing like a hospital bed in the hallway where we were in the beginning. And I didn't recognize him in the beginning. I didn't see his face yet. Like I saw hair. I didn't understand that it was like him. Like I didn't understand really in the beginning when I saw it the first second.
Yeah. Because
I didn't think that he was so badly, like I didn't think that he was injured so much. Like I was just imagining him like some shrapnel on his legs and like some like cuts on his legs. And then like I got to the bed and then I saw his face and I was like, I don't know. Like honestly, I don't.
was he awake?
Yeah. So I remember he said, hi, babe. And like his voice didn't sound like his voice. He had like half of his whole right side of his face was like filled with blood.
Wow.
And also his right side, like all his hair was burnt. And like kind of looked like he got like electrocuted.
Wow.
Like his whole head and like his side of his hair, his side of his face here. Like he had like really short hair. And his hair was really long because they were there for a really long time. He had like black on his face. Kind of a little unrecognizable. Like, I recognized him, but it did not look like him at all.
Everything changed.
Yeah, and you know when you get an X-ray and they put like that thing on you? Like that heavy thing?
Yes.
So I looked for 1 second. He had on his whole body one of those heavy things like that they have on an X-ray, and I saw like a huge like thing underneath it, like a pot, like huge lump on on his right side.
Okay.
And I just looked away. Like I remember like looking for a second and looking away and being like, I can't look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I still, because he was awake, I was like, he's gonna be okay. Like he's fine. Like he's gonna be okay. And then I remember there were nurses at the bed. Like I was just telling him like, you're okay. Like you're gonna be okay. Like it's okay.
Did you
like,
speak with him? Like
yeah, like he wasn't really speaking. He was in a lot of pain. Like you could tell he was in a lot of pain.
But you felt the pressure maybe, or maybe telling that everything is going to be okay, that this is your role now?
Yeah. And also, I just remember this for the first time, like ever, that he kept telling me his stomach hurt. He kept telling me, my stomach hurts. And I was like, okay, like, why does your stomach hurt? Like, your legs are injured. Like, I guess I realized then that it was bigger than I thought.
Someone told you exactly? Explain what's the injury? What exactly happened?
So still no. There were nurses at the bed. When I got there, so the social worker told me, just all I know is that 3 are injured and they're in this hospital. That's all she said.
Okay.
That's all she said. And the nurses were around the bed, and then the doctor comes out of the room with the CT, and he says something to the nurses, and they just started running with the bed. Yeah, like walking really fast with the bed. And I was just like running with them. Like I was just following them. So I was...
Everything is so surreal.
Really like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when they're like running with the bed and talking in the same moment. So they were running and talking, and I was like trying to keep up. And I don't know if it's because I was pregnant or because I was in shock or because everything together, I couldn't keep up. Like I remember Amit being like, run faster.
Yeah.
Like it really felt like a movie, and I was carrying that huge bag.
Maybe it's also like the thoughts that you're trying to chase the new reality, and you're trying to be part of it, but it's like you're still
maybe
the day before, maybe when you just realize you're pregnant. You know what I mean?
I kind of forgot about that at that point.
Wow.
Like, and it was just so surreal. And then we ran into like a hallway, like inside the hospital. I really don't remember. It's like kind of, I don't remember anything. We got into an elevator.
And still no one says anything.
No, because they were running. So no one could speak. Like they were really running. Like I was like out of breath. We get into the elevator, and then the doctor says, Tov, he's going to surgery now. He has internal bleeding.
Wow.
It's really emergency, and we're gonna do everything that we can. And then I just remember being like, nituach, like surgery? Like he doesn't need surgery. Like I didn't think in my head like that it was so bad that he would need surgery.
It's like part of us trying to cope, maybe.
For sure. So yeah, and I was just like, like why is he going to surgery? Like whatever. And I just remember telling the doctor, like, he doesn't need it. And he's like, he needs it, and we're going right now.
You told the doctor
yeah.
he doesn't
I was
need
like,
it?
he's fine.
That's amazing.
And I was just trying not to look, because I knew that something was really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't put anything together.
Now, when you look at it from this, like, what's that? Like 2 years from the injury?
2 years almost, yeah.
Do you realize a lot of things when you look back at that moment?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like how scared I really was. And how I was just hiding everything. Like, I was hiding every expression on my face. Like, I just was like, hold it together. He's going to be okay. Like, it's okay.
To survive?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't, like, liklot. Like, I didn't understand how big, like, the magnitude of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were walking out of the elevator, I remember. And then Amit, like, had tears in his eyes. And he never cries. Like,
wow.
And then he told me, like, his friend's name. And he's like, he's dead. Like, I saw him, and he was like, he's dead. And
it's another, like, I think, like, another realization, maybe, acknowledgement that something really bad happened. He was part of something very, very crazy.
I had no idea. Like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't even know what happened still.
Okay.
Like, they didn't tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was alone.
Exactly.
Like, no one was there that I even knew.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's okay, like he's fine. And he's like, I saw him, he's dead. And then I just was trying so hard to keep it together. And that, like, and then we went like mamash, like in a movie, like the swinging doors.
Yeah.
So there was like a little room with no windows, like small sad room,
and
then swinging doors. And then they were like, "Hey, you're gonna wait here, and we're gonna take him in. Like, say your last words before he goes into surgery." And I was like, "What am I supposed to say?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I love you. Like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna see you soon." And then I remember he said, like, "You're gonna be such a good mom."
Oh my God.
And I literally was.
Oh my God.
I know. First of all, I was like, now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, that's the last thing you're gonna say to me. Like, leave me alone. And
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like, I couldn't handle it, and they took him like right after, and I just fell like to the floor. I started crying. Like, I just broke down.
Wow.
No one was there. Like, I was alone.
First time that you broke down since they told you.
They took him. I was by myself. Like, what was I supposed to do? I didn't even know what to do. Just looked around. There was 2 amazing Miluim soldiers that were with us the whole time in the hospital. Like, the whole time that we were there. They still, like, sometimes they come to our house even. Like, they came to our house a few times to, like, talk to us and hang out with us. Yeah.
His parents also?
They weren't
Where
there
were you?
yet. Still.
Not yet. Okay.
I got there really fast.
Did anyone know
time.
about the pregnancy in this point?
No.
Not yet. Like, no one knows.
No
Just
one
you
knew.
and Amit.
I found out the night before.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about that I was pregnant.
Okay.
Only Amit knew.
Yeah.
And he
okay.
was in surgery. So then, what did I do? I was just in complete shock. And there was this girl, really sweet mashaki in the army.
Yeah.
I wish I could, like, meet her now. Like, I don't
Tell
remember
the story.
who she
Maybe she'll
is.
hear and reach out.
And I just remember that she, like, hugged me. She just gave me, like, this big hug. And she's like, "You're going to be okay." And I just was, like, crying on her shoulder.
Wow.
And then we sat down. And then I was just like, "I'm pregnant."
Oh, you told her?
I had to tell someone.
Of course.
It was driving me crazy. Like, I had to tell someone that could, like, know. Like, that someone else that would know. So I was just like, "I'm pregnant." Like, no one knows. Like, I found out yesterday. And, like, I think she was, like, a little in shock. Like, she was kind of young. Like, I think she didn't really know.
I hear so many stories about how, you know, like, people that you never met before, or you're probably never gonna meet them again, and they're in this special point in your life where it's like everything just connects.
Wow, for sure.
And it's like a very special moment for you. So if you hear us, come say hi. Wow.
Yeah, so the day's kind of a blur, like what happened after that. But we did put, like, they came and they told us what happened.
So you want to share maybe what happened?
So basically, their tzevet, like their team, was sitting in a meeting in a building. I hope I'm getting all the facts right.
Okay.
And there were terrorists, mechablim.
In Aza.
Yeah, in Aza and Khan Yunis. They were sitting in a building, and there were mechablim, like terrorists in the building next to them. And they shot an RPG into the window that the whole tzevet was sitting in. I think it was 16 people. And the RPG hit in the room, where, in the middle, like right where all of them were sitting. 2 of our dear friends were killed. Alumot Krav, zichron levracha, and Sivan Weil, zichron levracha.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a big irua. And 14 were injured. So it was just crazy. Like, when we found out, like, how many, they kept telling us, like, this woman's injured, he's in this hospital, this one's injured in this hospital. They were all in surgery the whole day. And for probably, like, a month, like, it took for us to understand, like, how much everyone was really injured, because it was so many people.
I think about the funerals also, that
so
that teammates can't come, right? They couldn't come.
So actually a lot of them came, like, in their hospital beds. Amit couldn't. It was a very hard decision. It was really hard to miss. Like, it was.
You stayed with him?
Yeah. Everyone else went. Like, we were alone in the hospital.
Wow.
But a lot of them were able to go. So, yeah.
Okay.
Really heavy.
Very, very much. Wow.
So he was in surgery the whole day. It was like 11:30 he went into surgery. The whole day. Like, I can't explain to you the support. So after I told that woman, that girl, that I was pregnant, I was just sitting there. No one was there yet. And then another girl came to me and she's like, "What could I do for you?" One of the soldiers that was working in the hospital in Ramstein.
Yeah.
She's like, "What could I do for you?" And, like, the first thing that came to my mind, which is, like,
just bring me a meat bag. Yeah.
No, but surprising that I said it. I was like, "Bring me tilim."
Really?
Like, bring me, if you have a tilim, like, somewhere, bring it to me.
Was it like a thing you do?
No. Like, it's really surprising to me now when I think about it that that's what I said. But, like, it was the only thing I could think of doing that could help. like at the moment. Like I just was like, what could I do to like pass his time and
I
help?
totally understand you. I remember when they told me that Pitzi was injured. I never do that. Like, and I remember writing a message, like a text message, להתפלל לרפואת,
Yeah.
and then like Yitzhak Menachem, and I'm like,
Yeah.
am I writing this text message
Yeah.
now? It's not me, but like you wanna do something, and that's the only thing you can do.
Right. You feel helpless.
Exactly.
You feel like you can't do anything.
Exactly.
So yeah. So
Can you explain what exactly is the injury?
yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
So Amit was the RPG hit, and it was like towards his right side, the blast. So he had in his arm and his leg and knee shrapnel, and then he had in his abdomen on the side.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they were all wearing vests.
Yeah.
Which is a miracle
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't. And then one of their friends for the meeting was like, just put on the vest right before.
Wow.
He's like, for whatever, it was a long story, but he was like, just put on the vest.
Wow.
He saved their lives. Like
Yeah.
he saved their lives. So he got hit on the side with shrapnel into his abdomen, and they ended up having to take 18 centimeters out of his small intestine. So it was a long surgery. It was I think the first half was 4 hours. They came to update us, and then they finished on his knee. But the whole day, it was a whirlwind. Like you're sitting there.
Yeah.
I read the whole Tehillim. I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't speak. Like,
And people tried to approach?
yeah, I was just like, hi. And then I went back to reading. But there were tens of people it was a tiny room, and his friends were also in surgery at the same time.
Yeah.
But every single one of his friends came and stayed with me the whole day.
Wow.
Like at least 10 of them stayed the whole day.
What a connection,
And in and
right?
out. Yeah, wow. Like in and out, everyone was just coming in. People I haven't seen in like years were coming just to sit with us. Like
Was it good
incredible.
for you? Do you feel like maybe it was more, you needed, it's a very intimate
Right.
moment.
Yeah.
Was it good for you that people came and tried to maybe help or just even sit next to you?
Looking back, yeah.
Okay.
But I am more like introverted, and I just kind of needed to be alone.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, I want everyone to leave, and I want to be alone, and I want Amit next to me. But now that I'm thinking back to it, it's probably the best thing I could have had.
Yeah.
Like, even though I was not talking to anyone and I was reading Tehillim the whole time,
Just their presence. Is
just having people there,
Yeah.
it was like, just knowing that I had people like to pick me up
Yeah.
was the most amazing thing. Like all his family, like my family, like everyone.
So let's move forward to the
Yeah.
rehabilitation.
So he was in the ICU for 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to the normal ward, like Ishbuz.
Yeah.
For around 2 weeks, and then he was in rehab. So altogether, we were in the hospital for 2 months, living there basically.
Yeah, not living in
Yeah.
your new house.
Right.
So
So when
living
we
in the hospital.
the first night in the ICU, I was sleeping on a chair,
Wow.
and he's like, "You want to switch me?" Like he couldn't move, and he was offering to switch. Like
What a gentleman, right?
crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, it was crazy. Like there's no other word to explain it other than it was crazy.
Yeah.
So much support, so much love. Like it was very hard time that, like at the same time, we lost 2 friends. 3 of his really good friends were in comas. Some of them for a long time, like a month or 2, I think.
How are they today?
Baruch Hashem.
Really?
Everyone is everyone's still dealing with their injuries, but Baruch
So
Hashem,
many
everyone's
miracles,
okay.
right?
Yeah, wow. So many miracles. So we didn't know like his friends if they were stable or not, and he was in so much pain. He couldn't for the first few days. He couldn't like move. He couldn't walk.
Mm-hmm.
Took him a long time like to learn to like walk again and be able to like
How was
function.
it like for you during rehab?
I was just trying to hold it all together, like take care of him,
Did you keep
take care of me.
It's kind of funny to ask this, but it's so important to find yourself and to be able maybe to walk out of the hospital and maybe even go for a yoga class. I'm
Right.
asking it because at the beginning you really want to be there for him
Right.
every single moment, but then you understand you're losing yourself in this
Yeah.
situation. So
It's
that's why I'm
crazy.
asking you, like, were there moments you found yourself in it? You gave yourself the space you needed?
No,
No. Okay.
I couldn't leave his side.
Okay.
I needed to be with him. Like I thought, like if I left him, like something could happen. Like I felt like I needed to be with him. I did get COVID 2 weeks in, so I had to leave, which was really, really hard. But like everyone was amazing and took care of him, took care of me. No one knew I was pregnant still. We didn't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
When is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kept
When
it a
did it
secret.
happen? Until when?
Like 4 months later.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We kept it a secret.
You're a very good secret keeper,
Thanks.
I have to say. Wow.
We told my parents.
Okay.
Because when I had COVID, I had to tell them. But other than that, no one else knew.
Great news to share.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Like the whole story. It's just such a miracle. But
and
yeah.
when do you go back home? When did that
2 months
happen?
later, after sleeping in the rehab, we went home, and Amit would go like on every day. He would have a taxi pick him up. He would go for the day and then come home for a few months. And then he did it like where we live, like rehab.
Can you explain more? Like what's it like to be in rehab? What did he like? The different doctors, the different therapists.
It was tough. Like, but in Belinson, they're amazing. The whole team. He had like a rigorous schedule of getting up in the morning, going to physical therapy, going to this therapy, going to that therapy.
How important it is to shed light on the medical teams.
Wow. Incredible. The nurses.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go back and thank each one of them because they were seriously amazing. They took such good care of us.
Yeah.
Both of us. Like, I was throwing up every morning in the hospital and they were taking care of me also. So
amazing.
So we left the hospital. We came home.
Okay.
And Amit was in rehab. So his injury was also he lost hearing in his right ear. So that took a lot of adjustment to learn how to like talk again to each other. That I would like have to speak louder, and he didn't hear me all the time.
It's like a symbol for a new way to communicate after a shocking, very, I don't know how to call it, like the biggest transition that you had in life, and maybe to learn a new language and to learn how to hear again.
Big time.
Right? You know what I mean?
Everything changed.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything changed.
Okay. And then you get bigger and bigger, right? Yeah. More and more pregnant.
Yeah. So that was definitely a big part of like the whole thing, like me taking care of him, but also him taking care of me. He was amazing, incredible, like seriously incredible. It definitely was like harder. Like when you're pregnant, it's supposed to be like this happy, like exciting thing. And it kind of turned into like, it was happy and exciting, but it was like heavy physically and literally.
Of course. It's like you have the same body, which in the same body you have a lot of fear, but also a lot of hope at the same time.
Right.
And a lot of hormones also.
Yeah. But thank goodness 9 months later, literally 9 months later.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful baby girl. It was definitely full circle.
Wow.
It's funny because everyone in the hospital, nobody knew that I was pregnant. Everyone's like, yeah, next time, B'ezrat Hashem, when you guys are in the hospital, like you're going to be in the hospital bed. And we're like, oh, yeah, in a long time.
And the same hospital?
No.
Okay.
So a different hospital.
That could have been a really nice story. But
it could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was very full circle.
Okay.
Like him sleeping in the chair this time.
Exactly, and holding your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us more about your beautiful little baby.
She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's a miracle baby. Everything about it.
Everyone wants to know her name.
Okay, so her name is Sophia Tahel. Sophia means, I wrote it down. Sophia means looking ahead. And Tahel means spreading light. And that's what we wanted. Like, we want to just look ahead and spread light and just like only see the good and positivity. And like after something so like heavy and hard and crazy that happened to us, we just need positivity in our life, and it puts a lot of things into perspective.
Wow.
You know, like when you go through something like this,
Definitely.
It puts your whole life into perspective of like you need to live every single moment to the fullest.
I think another thing that we have in common is also I also gave birth after Pitzi was injured, and we named her, our fourth child, we named her Or, which is light.
Wow.
And I think exactly. And the thing is that we were in a very, like, it was very, very dark.
It's very dark.
And the thing is that I remember my brother-in-law sending me a very nice I don't know, like explanation about Or and everything. And he said that to fight darkness, you have to spread the light. And I think choosing to continue and to live, although that what happened to us, is also to bring life again. Sure. So I hear you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's life now for you guys?
Baruch Hashem, like Amit is good. Like it's funny because people always, like everyone thinks he's 100% okay.
Exactly.
Everyone sees him. And I think a lot of people have that in common, like injured soldiers. You see him and he looks totally normal. Like he really does. Other than his scars, he looks totally normal. And he is okay, Baruch Hashem. But there are so many little things that people don't see that is in our day-to-day lives.
Like what?
His hearing is a really big one. He's still getting surgeries and we're still dealing with it and figuring it out. So that's a big one. Like going into water, he can't go into water without covering his ear. So like last summer he couldn't swim or go into the ocean.
Yeah.
Like it's a big deal. He has shrapnel in his knee. So like he can't sit on his knee. So like that was a big one. Like he can't give Sophia baths.
Exactly.
Like sitting on his knees.
The day-to-day life.
Yeah, like the little things. And like the daily stomach aches. It's
really?
Yeah, it's tough. But it's little things that it does like make your life harder. But I think because we experienced something so big and this is so small, that, you know, like Baruch Hashem, like we're okay and we're happy. And
okay. Let's talk about your families. I really want to hear more about it because it's a bit different than a family living here in Israel, like grew up in Israel, than making Aliyah, and it's different. You have the extended family also. So I'm sure people would love to hear, how was it like for you to have the support system in Israel, but also from the US, from abroad?
Okay. First of all, like everyone was so incredible. Everyone, like amazing, like so supportive. They hosted, like was hearing that they would host, like my grandma would call me every day, like telling me all the updates that they would host Tehillim groups in the States for him, like all the time, every night, just for him. Like 30, 40 people would meet up and say Tehillim just for him and his friends. Yeah. So that was incredible. And also both our media families, like anything that we needed, they just wanted us to be comfortable. Amazing. But it's definitely different, like living here. I think that I thought a lot about this question, a lot, because it's a lot, because it's very different. Like when you live in Israel, you're sacrificing something, like a big part of your life. You finish high school.
Just by being here, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But like in our example, you finish high school, you go to the army, you sacrifice, like you make a huge commitment for your life to live here in Israel and serve your country. And I think it's something that Jews around the world, you can't understand it unless you live here. And I think they do so much for us. So they're so incredible, really. Like everything, the support that we got, amazing. But there's definitely a gap in like being able to relate to our world. Like I always think about it because like Americans, they'll come to Israel on like vacation and it's all fun and it's rainbows and butterflies and like it's fun. And like what they don't see is that every single person around them walking on the street, every Israeli, sacrificed something of like their life to be here, to live here.
It's like the song, right? The Giborei Al, the heroes that
for sure.
wear capes, and it's like you would never
everyone. Yeah. Like you don't see it, and it's such a big sacrifice. Like it really is. It's such a big sacrifice. Like in America, you finish high school and you choose. You go to college, you get a job. Like you could do anything you want in your life. And here it's like, no, you finish and you go to the army. That's what you do. Yeah. Or even like not even just the army, anything like national service.
Amazing.
Living here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I want to ask you, we are like almost finishing, but I want to go back to both of you. Is there something, like if Amit would have sit here, what would he say about Zee after everything?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this shit out?
Yeah.
I think I was really supportive and like his rock. Because he was always my rock. And I feel like when he needed me, like I was able to be his rock too, you know? But yeah, I also wanted to say, like I kind of forgot to say it before, that like a big part of like the hardship that we went through, like it's funny because people think that like, oh, you get injured and that's like the trauma. But a big trauma is before, like what we went through before.
Before he was injured.
Yeah, and I think also there's a lot, like it's still happening and people don't realize it. There's miluim wives, like so many people are miluim. Like I think about it all the time now because I have my husband home.
Right.
But they don't.
And they look at you and they say, wow, how is she coping? It's so hard for her, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, my husband's fine. He's like, he's home. Like, he's not there. Like, I have him.
I hear it all the time.
And there are so many wives, like, going through this now and, like,
you can't
home with kids. Yeah, it's, like, impossible to understand. So, yeah, I just really, like,
I think it's amazing. Like, to them. Each woman that sits here and I speak with her and her husband is injured and she's like, wow, Baruch Hashem that he was only injured this kind of way, or this is the injury. And it's amazing because it puts things in perspective. And it's also being able to think for what you have.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that also you're sitting here and saying, like, okay, like, Baruch Hashem, my husband is home.
Yeah.
He's injured, but he's home and he's not in Miluim anymore.
Yeah.
Amazing. Is there a song that goes with you? During
you know the song Asheket Shalach by Aliyah? So
What's
I remember actually I wrote Amit a letter when he was in Azan. I put the song in, the words. And I also made him a little MP3 player and I sent it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had that song. And I remember like in the song he talks about that everything's going to pass and everything's going to be okay. And we're going to sit on the milpeset and drink coffee. I remember being like, we're going to sit on the milpeset and drink coffee. Yeah, that's all you need, you know.
Did you drink coffee in the milpeset?
Yeah, of course. We do every day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, every day we do it. Yeah.
Maybe like the last question for you. Has this journey clarified something like for you, looking back and looking ahead?
I think that it really put everything into perspective. Like it's this, like what we have now is not anything what we planned, like at all. Mm-hmm. But it's the best thing that we could possibly have. And it makes like going through something like this puts your whole life into perspective to just live and enjoy every moment and see everything, like see the good in everything that you have. Like I feel so lucky. Like I really feel so lucky. Amazing. Every day. Like my daughter is amazing. My husband is like amazing. Ushalem, he's like good. He's in one piece. Like Baruch Hashem. Like I just feel so lucky. So yeah.
Wow. Zee. What a great message. Okay. So I feel like we could have sat here for hours.
Oh yeah.
And hours
I like can't believe the time passed.
We have like a timer right here. I'm like, what?
I
know. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thanks for having me.
To everyone listening at home in Israel and across the Jewish world, behind every wounded soldier, there's an entire family rebuilding itself. We pray for the full recovery of all the wounded. We pray for our soldiers to return back home safely. And we pray for good news. And we hold hope for quiet days for Israel and for Jewish communities everywhere who carry this story in their hearts. Before we close, I want to say something small but important. And if this conversation touched you, if these stories matter to you, you can find Alumot Krav on Instagram. That's where we share reflections and moments from the women and families who are part of this journey. And if anyone listening feels moved to support this project, you can find more information on the official Alumot Krav website. This began as a one-woman project. It continues because people believe these voices deserve space. Zee, thank you for your courage and thank you for trusting this space. Besorot tovot, and thank you so much.